What are we doing?
Right on the gauges, on the seats. Why? Why would you do this? Excuse me, good sir.
So we're about to pull old Mr. Forbes here off the trailer with a flatbed. So we're gonna go from the trailer to the flatbed to the ground slash casters. So we'll see how that works. Once it's on the flatbed, we can just use the floor jack to get the casters under it and then roll it off. What are we doing?
There's water coming out.
There's still water coming out of it. Yeah, now the bumper's touching. This is quite interesting. Heck, we can use the floor jack to the caster on the rear wheels.
Ooh.
Yeah, take them things out. They're
Babe.
You can put them under later. Get rid of them cats. Let's get the wheels on the ground.
It's
Don't worry about this now. It's on there. This one's out. Okay. It's still laying on here. I can't get this out. Stop! Stop!
Stop!
Jump the dolly out.
we're
Get a floor jack and put under this corner.
why didn't we floor jack this like 10 minutes ago?
I said we got the whole thing on there. We could have put the casters under the back with this while it was on the deck.
That wouldn't happen.
Well, it can't possibly get much worse than this. Let's just tie it to the freaking building and drive away.
I'm like literally shaking. I'm so pissed
Me too. That's,
because I just watched all of that happen.
Why
I
you
said
let me-
stop 9,000 times. Gotta
Why don't you scope out and let me drive ahead?
get up some more.
He didn't communicate this entire time, and he doesn't give a that he did that.
No,
None of them do.
it started to roll off and I said stop. And then it
Everybody's
started-
yelling
came up,
stop.
I'm like stop. I'm just like, dude, what the f? He doesn't even care. This is like probably a $7,000 bumper. This car was perfect. Everything except the inside was perfect. And now it has that. You know, I don't really get mad, but I could about hurl this GoPro through the wall right now.
It's time.
I'm not really sure what the plan is here. I'm just gonna start wiping stuff off. I don't know what we're gonna find. I don't know how bad this is gonna be, but we're gonna find out, so let's do it.
That's beautiful. Oh, ew.
This feels so weird, dude. Right on the gauges, on the seats, all over that nice wood. Look how bad the headliner is. God.
It's kind of impressive.
It's extremely. What the hell? I mean, I didn't even spray any cleaner on here. I just this vinegar. It's working really well. There's a lot of just mud in here too from the flood water. So we've been scrubbing for, I don't know, maybe 25 minutes. It comes off, but man, there's way more dirt in here than I thought for just from the actual flooding from, because you can't see it because of all the mold, but there's just dirt. Like there's all kinds of pieces of wood, like driftwood ended up back here, something. The headliner is so dense, so you just rub it, it just ends up rubbing it around. It's gonna take a few passes on that. It's so hard to find out how to take these apart. There's no DIY how to take a Rolls Royce Phantom apart videos on YouTube. People just don't do it. So, and the front seats, I think I know where the bolts are, but we're probably gonna have to get power to the seat somehow to move the sliders to get to the 4 bolts. Which may be interesting. It's got these flip up footrest things and these, you know, where you put your gray poop on tray was really bad in there. Oh, it was bad. Oh, the humanity Hindenburg joke. This thing came out pretty easy. That's very weird. It's got like circuit boards on the back. They're not really enclosed modules. It's very different. I'm just getting everything I can get with a screwdriver right now because I have a screwdriver in my hand. So I need to grab some Torx to get these door panels off. I'm guessing this wood probably comes off through these, and then there's going to be something that anchors the rest of the facade under there. It's right now, whenever this thing's running and doing the stuff that it's going to do with the engine that it's going to have that's not the one in the car right now, when people are like, oh, it must be nice, this right now is what they're not going to think about. Starting to learn how this thing comes apart. We got our Tecton screwdrivers. They use these things all the time. It's a very fancy screw.
Oh, such a fancy screw.
It's so fancy. It's plated and it started to rust. How dare you, Rolls Royce, give us a screw that will rust?
What does it say? Yuck?
It says yuck, yes.
Who did that?
No, it's something German. It's got like the dots over it.
Oh, I thought like one of you guys wrote it.
No, I was just making a joke. It's working pretty well. How's it working over here? Oh, wow.
It's better than it did.
That made a huge difference. That's going to knock down a lot of the problem. I made a significant discovery too. Let's check it out. The batteries.
Dude,
2.
what the hell is this? Oh no, no.
You know what went on there?
What?
This thing.
What the hell?
You know what that thing is?
No.
The air compressor. And this right here is the main air line. And it's just a regular push lock air line, just like the ones that are on the Newell.
Huh, so you could fix it.
You know what that means? We could plug compressed air into that fitting right there, and this thing would air up. That big hunk of foam is probably horribly stinky, and that's going straight in the dumpster. I got everything out back here, as much as I could. And freaking stuff everywhere. It's all clean up here. Something I noticed though is it does not look like the water got to the entire fuse box. It may have gotten up in here just a little bit, but it didn't soak everything. This all looks perfectly clean. And that's huge because that's going to help us potentially get the windows to work and everything else. And we're not trying to restore the car. It's going to be like a race car-ish. We only would like the windows to work and, you know, some basic functions of the body, if that's possible. Don't be thinking we're trying to restore this to be a reconstructed Rolls Royce Phantom, because that's not the plan here. It's not what we're doing. But if we can get this stuff to work, that'll save us from having to wire it ourselves with aftermarket stuff. So, and I got all the bolts off for this panel here, but it's like glued to the freaking body with what looks like headlight butyl. So it's totally sealed. Logan did some wet vacuuming on the carpet and it helped a ton. A ton. So all the stuff that we were rinsing off of here ended up on the carpet, and it's really coming back. Run out of light, so we're gonna get back at it tomorrow. Oh, and the 427 for the Escalade's back from LME. All right, we're back. I got this handy dandy thing on my head now because I kind of realized yesterday I wasn't filming a whole lot while I was actually doing stuff because I have gloves on and my hands are gross. I haven't used this thing since like the very first video I ever did with a GoPro. It got lost in a box somewhere and I just found it the other day, so we're gonna bring it back. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready. Yeah, open it on up. God, it already looks so much better in there than it did before.
Yeah, vacuuming was the move.
Yeah, it was a great call. So you just discovered something particularly nasty.
Yeah. That's a mirror.
Oh no.
Oh no, okay, cool. Okay, well that's cool.
Yeah, well, we can probably get those out of there. I don't know how, but we'll figure it out.
Oh my god.
Ew.
I started spraying it and look at this.
It just falls right off.
Oh my god. That's nasty.
Wow. Here we go.
This is pretty much what we had to do the whole time. Take things apart, put them in bags, pull on it, see if it comes off. If it doesn't come off, there's probably another bolt. Or you keep pulling on it, maybe you break it, maybe it doesn't. You just kind of figure it out.
Excuse me, good sir. Do you by chance have some gray poop on? You're supposed to say, but of course.
It's all separated. I'm sorry, I'm looking at it.
It's funny. Well, There, shake it up, it's all good. It's still sealed, it's fine.
No, no.
Pull a piece out and take it over to the pile of dirty stuff after you put the hardware in a bag and just kind of start cleaning it. And this is me figuring out that these door sill panels have bolts and poppers on them, because I just ripped the Allen straight out of the bottom of the thing. But that's why I did it on the back one first, because I did the front ones the right way after that. I'm just working on the door panels now, because I'm thinking if I can get those off and cleaned up, then that's like the next biggest thing that I know how to get out. I say that with an asterisk because I don't know, but I think I can get them out easier than I can get the front seats out right now because I can't move them. I think I know how to get the top of the back seat out. I'm gonna get the back door panels out and try to pull off as much of the inside stuff here as I can. Like those trim pieces there, the B pillars, things like that. And then I'm gonna see what I can do about the seats. I really feel like it's gonna have to get powered up and see if I can slide the seats forward to get to the bolts, because I don't know where they are. Still stinky, not nearly as bad as it was though, not even close, but still stinky. Kind of just taking the philosophy of if something is stumping me, I'll just move on to something else, and then usually I'll figure that out and go back to what was stumping me, and you know, just have a fresh mind and you figure it out.
So I found over there this lever here. You push this up and it releases that stud in there. Boom.
I'm really curious what I could do with like some like leather stain with that freaking door.
I bet we could stain them black.
I bet we could.
Made quite a bit of progress in here. Not so much on the back seat, but I got the back deck panel thingy out, that roof piece, center console, cup holders, dead pedal cover, working on getting the bottom of the dash out now. And I took my mask off just now to talk for the first time in several hours. Logan is cleaning everything as I take it out. It seems to be working pretty well. That thing was probably fairly dirty before the car ever got flooded, so
Yeah.
we'll let the leather cleaner handle that. Yeah, we got some bins in here of a whole concoction of dish soap, oxy laundry powder because it was sitting there, and vinegar, and just kind of letting things sit in there before she scrubs them off. And this is all the scrub stuff. It's out here to dry. Now some of the leather still doesn't look too hot, but we'll go over it with the Lexol conditioner and cleaner and crap, see how it turns out. A lot of this stuff is plastic, and I think we could get it rewrapped or rewrap it with leather ourselves. If you know anything about this, leave a comment, or where to look for supplies to do that, because they're just basic plastic pieces with leather stamped or stapled to them. That's like super simple stuff. I think we can figure that out.
We could definitely do that ourselves.
These panels are pretty fancy. They got these glued and screwed inside them. Cleaned up really good. The driver's side one was not that one. Yeah, this one's actually cracked from when Mr. Forbes was kicking it, trying to get out of the car. Owner's manual, anybody? I can stand here and procrastinate and talk to the camera all day, but I gotta put my mask back on and get back in there. Well, there was a lot less filming and a lot more working today, because we needed to. But I started digging into the roof, getting that stuff out. I just feel how much lighter this door is without the panel on there. Now I'm done tearing stuff apart. Gonna jump in, start helping to scrub stuff so we can be done for the night, because sun sets really early and it gets cold. What is this, day 3?
Might be 4.
Yeah, 4, 3, 4, something like that. gonna clean up everything that I pulled out last night so we can get that inside the building. And I'm gonna dive in there and keep getting at the headliner because that's yucky. And then I think I figured out something to do with the seats as far as not having any power to get to the bolts. It's supposed to be a couple of little Torxes in the front that you can use to tilt it back, which then you can access the motor that makes it go forward and backward. And I only know this because through some part number searching, the bones of these seats are 100% identical to the 7 Series of the same era. Same part number, same frame, everything. We could probably get BMW 750 seats from 2004 and bolt them right into this thing, right in the same spot. That might actually happen depending how yucky these seats are. This whole car, like the body is unique, the frame is unique, but everything that fills it up is just right out of a 7 Series. It's pretty funny. Does
that mean this thing's getting a burble tune?
No, I don't know if you can do that to a. Wait, no, I'm not going to say it. We're not going to tell you what we're going to put in here. We already know, but that'll be one hint. I don't think you can burble tune one of these things. Check it in for an update. I got most of the headliner out. I just need to go inside and get some pliers to cut the pins that hold the filler pieces in there. Door for B-pillar covers almost out, but I gotta go inside and get a T50 to undo the seatbelt to get it out of that loop. Same with the seat bolts, front ones, I got them exposed. Problem I'm running into on this side is this seat is down just far enough that this piece right here, I can't get it to unhinge right there. It's too captive. And the other side was back far enough I could wiggle it around and then squeeze it and stretch it to get it out this way, but this side's not working that well. This side I got it off, you can see there's more room there. And I can see the seat motor and the track that makes it go back and forth. Somehow I just got to either hot wire that motor or disconnect it to get it to go forward, because I can get to the front bolts, they're right there on both seats, but the back ones you can see the pad is about right here, so it has to go forward a few inches to get to that one. Luckily it's pretty wide open under here. I think you can get to it. They really make these seats a lot scarier looking than they actually are with those big plated pieces. I thought those were metal. They're not, they're plastic. They're just really well plated plastic. But you can really see the 7 Series architecture in these seats whenever you take away all the stuff. Like, you know, they say in that one movie, or Yankees always win because they're too busy looking at the pinstripes. That's like what's going on here. You don't see the 7 Series because you're too busy looking at all the chrome. And yes, I was wearing the mask. I just took it off to get a breather because it's starting to hurt my neck. Ow, my butt.
Yeah, it's kind of painful getting this stuff out because everything you have to sit on or put your knees on is just some sharp piece of metal with a bolt on it or whatever. It probably would have been better to leave the back seat in there to take the roof apart, but you know, hindsight 2020, next time we tear apart a flooded Rolls Royce, I'll remember to do that. Hoo hoo hoo.
Look how freaking stupid this is. There's a bolt behind this, so you gotta pop all this off, like pop the little rubber thing out everything to get to that bolt. Why would you do this, BMW? That's so dumb. Man, I don't even know what day it is now, but today's the day that I'm gonna get those front seats out because I've just decided that it is. Had to go to the store and get some Torx sockets because somebody must have borrowed mine and never put them back. Can't find them. That's kind of the last major thing, is getting those seats out will allow us to be able to get the carpet out and all those blocks of foam underneath the subfloor to really dry this thing out. We can probably, I mean, it's pretty cold right now, it's like 60, but it gets into the 30, like 30-ish at night, so it's not really drying off with the dehumidifier in there. We'll put a heater in there with the dehumidifier and just bake it out, and then we'll ozone it again before we decide to roll this thing inside that it's been like okay to be put inside. And I gotta undo the airbags. That back part of the rear deck will be easier to get to once the seat's out. But we're really getting there. And then I can whittle up on the steering wheel and dash frame and all that. So what did you do?
I initially cleaned them with the vinegar and Dawn, and then I went over it with the Lexol shampoo stuff and then the conditioner. So it's a big difference in how it looks. This looks like practically new, like nothing happened.
Yeah.
So we'll do that to all the pieces and see if they turn out decent.
Yeah, I think Dan said that you could do it multiple times and it'll like soak it in, and then you do more and soaks it in and it kind of rehydrates it.
Yeah, the conditioner, it soaked it right up.
That's good. Maybe
So,
it just needs more conditioning.
I think it's gonna need a lot because that vinegar dried it out.
Yeah. Make
Apparently Lexol works on mold, so if anybody needs to know that.
Gonna see how well the dash pad would come back. You just wiped it, what, like twice?
Yeah, I just did this side. I have soap sitting, kind of running off over there, but it's coming along really good. Everything's cleaning up really well.
High quality.
This is really nice leather. These were really healthy cows.
I don't know if they were doing this in 04, but I think so. That their leather comes from the cows of a certain place that are fed like ultra moist grass or whatever, so their hides are really supple. Like they source their
That's why their leather is like so nice and soft and just like not your like traditional like rough leather.
Yeah.
I guess.
So before this car was flooded, I remember the leather was like soft. Like it wasn't just.
I mean, it's like also the finish they have on it, but it's like the quality of the product itself.
Yeah.
Not just the finish.
That's like some expensive jacket. Like really nice stuff, except they made a car with it. Wow. Yeah, and that's why like a piece like this thing here is like $200 to replace it, even though this is a piece of plastic.
Yeah, and that one's not even one that cleaned up good.
Really?
They're like the ones that are sitting over here are pieces that I'm gonna go over again.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
I'm interested to see how the pillars and the roof pieces will come out.
Yeah.
The ones that went like that.
I'm curious too because those were some of the worst looking pieces.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna do that next because I'm curious.
Yeah, that'll be cool. And I am going to, excuse my muffled speech, I'm trying to hold this way so I can talk. I'm about to cut into the seat motor wires and jump them with the jump box to see if I can get this thing to go backwards. Like, you know, rig it up. So we'll find out. Yeah, I feel like a freaking mad scientist if I can get this to work. Well, that too, this can be peeled off. Like, we could peel this layer off.
I feel like the fabric is almost rotten in some aspects.
We could peel the fabric off and then it just leaves the poly backing, which is the part that you would want to rewrap anyway.
What if we did that and we did like, made this like freaking zebra? Like we found some really cool zebra and like made it match the mold.
I would be all about a zebra headliner.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna make it a mission to find some like cool zebra to like do that.
Okay, we're doing
'Cause
zebra.
I wanna do that. I'm excited to do the interior.
That's gonna be fun. What do you think about zebra headliner in there? Well, I already don't care what you think because we're gonna do it anyway, and if you don't like it, here's what you can do if you don't like it. Ha. Let's find out if this works. I got the wires hooked up. So that's not working. And if you're wondering, these are live. So there's two more little wires on the bottom of that motor, and I don't know what those do. I was just hoping that two wires would be power and then they're reversible, like how they usually are. Maybe that motor's dead?
I would say so with the amount of water that was in there.
Yeah, maybe. It's not even trying to do anything.
Yeah. I mean, it was worth a shot.
Yeah.
I think with the amount of water that was like still currently under everything, they probably go down farther, and that was just probably too messed up to do anything.
Yeah. I do know that the frame is 7 series, so if the seat is savable, I can ruin this in the process of getting it out and get a new one. But that might be what I have to do. We'll see.
Latest discovery?
Okay, so the wires didn't work on the motor. I tried both the top and bottom ones. We had to get a little bit more archaic than that.
That's interesting. What is that?
I got this mechanism off, and I also yanked this out. This motor runs cables, and the cable end is a square. So I found a square bit that's the same size. I thought maybe I could just stick it in there and turn it.
Oh, hell yeah.
Suck it.
Wow. That's cool.
Yeah, I like figuring
That
stuff out.
just made life so much easier.
I know. Now I can. I'd undo these already on the other side, so I can just take that panel out, rip it out, boom. We're gonna have these seats and carpet out. It'd be a lot easier to do if I didn't have to wear a mask and all this crap, but there's probably no greater hurdle to be had when it comes to reconstructing a car interior than what we're doing right now. I wouldn't say reconstructing. It's going to be reconstructed, but done in our own way. It'll be fun. I'm probably going to have to do a little bit of like side to side with this so they don't...
I grabbed a Sawzall too in case you need that. I thought you might need it.
And that is why I love you.
I love you.
You never know when you're going to need the Sawzall. How's your leather coming along?
It looks good.
You want to go tell them about it?
Not really. It's not exciting. I'm on those headrests. I just started them.
Oh,
So.
okay. So we got it shimmied up forward, side to side. Let me put this back down. All the thought and effort that went into all of this that you never see.
Yeah, I think that's like the coolest part.
Here we go.
Imagine if we didn't clean these off before we set them outside.
God. Yeah, I mean, like the back and everything doesn't look too bad.
It really looks pretty damn good. I tried to like stick my fingers in all the creases to like get all the stuff out.
Well, once I get the other one out, I'll get the carpet out and all those foam blocks out. And then we can work on deconstructing these seats more and cleaning the individual pieces of it. Like this whole back part comes off, the tray, the pads, like...
Yeah.
We'll get everything off of here. Do you want me to put this somewhere else so it's not in your way?
Yeah, probably over there. Like closer to the truck. We to the fun stuff now?
Yep. Seats are out. I remember this car had really good bass whenever you could find a radio station that was like clear and playing a song that had bass, which was almost never. Because it only had FM radio, it didn't have an aux cord. And now I know why. There's a big sub right under each seat. Which obviously those are garbage. But I'm thinking we could reuse those pockets and, you know, put some aftermarket something under there and do a nice sound system in this car. I've always wanted to have a nice aftermarket sound system in a car, and I could never justify doing it because it didn't make it faster. Well, now, I think this car is going to get a nice sound system, nice head unit. Never had a nice head unit. I'm excited to have this car have all the things that I've always wanted to have in a car but could never afford, or could afford but couldn't justify spending the money on because all that was important to me was going fast. Well, we're going to do it all here. We're going to have Zebra Headliner doing it.
This is like the last like really big thing besides the back seat, but I think that this is like what is holding all of the stench.
Yeah, oh yeah, there's got to be more water under here.
Because like not only is the carpet, carpet, but there's like thick padding that's holding water underneath the carpet too.
Yeah, there's like 6 inches of subfloor below the floor. And I haven't even lifted this up yet. I don't know what's going to be under here.
Ew. That foam is thick.
thick AF.
I mean, look at that.
Yeah,
Look over there. It's like
that's
inches. Ugh.
it's still wet.
Yeah, that's heavy.
Very wet. That's heavy. That's every bit of 45 pounds. Oh, you can see it. All this random
Well, it serves a purpose. Or something.
Getting the front carpet out is a mofo. It's wet, slippery, foam is thick. There's like big random hunks of styrofoam. And Logan is upset with me because I keep asking her to go get me things in the shops because I'm disgusting and I'm not gonna go in there. She's like, I can't get anything done because you keep asking me to do stuff. Well, I'm sorry.
It'd be different if you knew where things were that you needed, instead of just bring me this.
Sort of. I don't know. It's one of those things where I could probably find it in the vicinity of where I think it might be, but I can't really describe that. Like, I can't transfer that sense of maybe knowing to you.
Yeah.
I wish I could. I'll work on that. Well, let's yank this out.
Okay, here we go.
It's definitely the carpet with all the main source of smell. Look at that. Look how thick that is.
I had to
Holding it.
cut that with one of those.
Oh, that's what you had to cut?
Yes.
Oh.
That's why I wanted the big box cutter. Because part of it goes under that center console. And I'm not about to dismantle that whole thing right now to get that carpet out of there. We got to get that out of there sooner rather than later. This carpet is junk anyway. I thought maybe we'd keep it for a template. But there's so much foam and contour and everything under there. It'd be impossible to duplicate it. You'd have bumps in the floor. It'd just be a big weird thing. So this will probably be something that we will replace, try to find on eBay or something, because that's just like,
There's no way.
there's no way you could redo this with carpet. It's, you know, it's not your 72 Monte Carlo where you could just get carpet and, you know, heat it and spray adhesive it to the floor and it looks okay. Like this, look at all this stuff under here.
Yeah, a lot of the foam isn't even where it needs to be because it's falling apart.
You know, if we put aftermarket like heat and AC in this thing, we could tap into the ducts that are already there and they would use the old vents again.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that. So we'll have to keep all that stuff semi-organized. Still gonna take it out, but at least it's not like, you know, it's plastic. It's not something that you're gonna get mold growing on. I swear this weighs like 100 pounds.
And it's not like it's a dumbbell, it's like awkward weight.
This is weird. Ugh. You know what I'm talking about? Like, it's big.
Well, got the top part of the back seat out, which that may have been the most awkward, like physically difficult thing to get out. I just got to get those mirror pieces, that and that back deck piece, and that's the last of the interiorness in there. Aside from the dash frame and steering wheel, which I think will be tomorrow's quest, because after I get those out, I'm gonna start cleaning some of this other stuff off. Oh man, it's yucky. It's real yucky. Blah. Blah.
Also found out what was behind this sealed wall thing. It's the gas tank, which is pretty cool. Be easy to do fuel system stuff on this. Here's what it's like in here now. God. And we had a heater in there, the dehumidifier, to get the rest of the water out of the floor, because I haven't been able to tear apart the front part of the floor yet, and it's reinvigorated the stank, I'm sure. Yeah, we really tore it up. I think we got about as far as the interestingness of this video could allow us. We still got to tear apart the rest of the floor. We've been having the dehumidifier in there. It's gotten a lot more out. It's actually kind of warm out today, so that's going to help too. And what do you think our plan of attack should be for the interior pieces?
Replace some of the leather and what leather can be saved. And rip all the staples out and all that stuff. Replace all of that. You just sand it down and restain it black.
Yeah, I think that'll be fun. Doing interior stuff is always something I've wanted to learn how to do. So it's a good opportunity to be creative. It's gonna be cool.
I'm excited.
Me too. We're very excited. We hope you're excited too. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you are, and turn the post notifications on so you don't miss videos about the Rolls build. The next plan of attack, once we get the car sitting inside, is to put the Escalade back together. So that's what you're going to see next. And you know, most of the video we were wearing the white coveralls, but if you like the stuff that we were wearing in the video, you can find it at staplesandautoworks.com. This is the shirt I've been wearing, the Icy Titties. It has the front of Uncle George on it, which is the Suburban that's getting a 632 after we put the Escalade back together. And that front license plate on there, you can find on there too. It doesn't have the snow spray on it though. This is just part of the decor of, you know, holiday stuff. The hat I'm wearing, you can find on there too. Robert Yates inspired logo. It's probably my favorite hat right now. They're real high quality hoodies. We don't use junk stuff. It's almost like Under Armour material. They don't shrink or fade.
I feel like it's like a bunch of rambling about things we have.
It is. I don't know.
I think you need to like name off everything that you have, because we have it like all right here. And you can see, oh, we have a hoodie of this one and that one.
I'm not good at this. You'd think that we would be by now, but we're not. We're just two people in a garage doing stuff with a GoPro. And if you like that, if it resonates with you, we have these things that you can wear and feel involved, and you are involved, because it's like, you know, this is how we do stuff. So staplesandautoworks.com, check it out. Everything gets packed here. You'll get a note, handwritten, signed by both of us. Every order gets one, because we care about you guys.